All right, so this is the first time I've ever done something like this, but here we go. Hopefully you can see all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's hard for me to do this and do the camera. I've never done this before. There's up to 50. There's up to 60. I'm not even sure if this video will translate into something I can ship out to you, but let's just keep going. You'll see that some of the cards are a little. There's Tom Niedenfuhr, his back card's a little miscut, but then again, the whole set's worth 20 bucks, like I said. Tom Niedenfuhr is a 2-cent card if you really wanted to get a replacement for that one. Tom Niedenfuhr married Judy Landers. He doesn't need any help from us. 2 home run leaders, all the league leaders cards. There's to 150. Takes a lot of time to skim through 790 cards. To where somebody can actually read all the numbers. Frank Robinson is a manager. $180. Willie Hernandez, who was actually with the Tigers that year and won himself the MVP award and Cy Young award for the Tigers in '84. Started with the Phillies in '83. Up to 219. Pete Rose at the end at number 300. That was to 219, turn to 220 and going on. Or was it? I saw a little wax stain on one, so maybe guess not. Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray looks like he's got a little bit of a blemish on the back of his card, just so you know. These are not the Nestle ones. They're not OP Cheese or Tiffany. Standard base tops from that year. There you go to 300. You got some ding corners. Again, the set's worth 20 bucks. Some of the corners are not the best, but again, the set is worth $20 overall. I mean, for most people, a pure ungraded Mattingly is worth $20. That means if it was a mint, you know, PSA 10, but it hadn't been slabbed yet, it's still only worth about 20 bucks. So you're spending 20 bucks on the Mattingly. The Mattingly is not a PSA 10 by any stretch of the imagination. It's a little off-centered. Maybe you get your PSA 7, but you're getting every other card in the set too. None of the team checklists. Remember, the people used to mark off the checklist. None of the checklists are marked at all. The worst part about these cards and all the cards from like the mid 80s is the way they're bent all the time. It's just natural warping of the card. Somebody was talking about that the other day, and it's a physics thing. They put the plastic coating on top of, on the front of the cards without a plastic coating on the rear. And the simple physics properties of matter, the plastic coating does not contract as fast as standard cardboard. Therefore, when these cards adjust to the coolness of the temperature, one side literally shrinks faster than the other, and they warp, believe it or not. That's actually a Physics 101 for anybody who cares to know why cards bend. There's Lou Whitaker, looks to be a little bit miscut on as an all-star card, but you know, once again, that's like a penny card. Easy to get a new one if you wanted to, if it was important to you. It's a good, decent $20 complete set for, I mean, if you go online and you buy it from a dealer who's gonna swear to you that every card is in perfect condition, which is crap. No one's got a perfectly perfect condition card set unless you slabbed him from PSA or something like that. And he's going to sell you, I think, oh gosh, I don't know what a 84 top set is going for these days, 50 bucks maybe. You know, to be quite honest with you, I was going to sell this at a yard sale. I'm going to have a big yard sale at my house in the spring and sell off a whole bunch of old sets and singles, rookies, bulk boxes, just try and get a couple $100 for things that are just lying around. This was going to be one of the sets I sold. I was going to sell it for $20, but you know, shipping is a minimum $8, but I don't know where you live, so that's why I just rounded to 10 bucks. Hope you don't mind. It's just a nice flat round number, I think. We're up to $4.59, so we're halfway there, and then some. Here's one that's a little miscut, Jeff Jones. You can see for most of the cards, they're decent shape. 70, no, 19. So there's an interesting thing. See, here you go. It was out of order. I still have them all. They're all here. This one's just out of order. 70 is there. There's 71. So I'm not missing anything. I hand collate most of my sets. I actually had my own original set from long ago, from 1984 when I was a kid. I don't know where I got this one. I think I got this one. I want to say I bought a bulk box from somebody just a couple years ago, and this was missing, I don't know, about 15, 20 cards. Most of the Hall of Famers were gone. Terry Francona, he's miscut there a little bit. That's not his rookie card. But I don't know, I was missing a couple cards and went on the trade app, thetradingcarddatabase.com, if you want a really good website for trading or buying and selling cards. Expos team cards a little off center, but again, that's not an expensive card to begin with. That's 5 to 518 we stopped at there. None of the checklists are completely filled out. I still have some cards from my youth, and I did do that. I did mark the checklist, so they're part of my collection, and I'm happy with them, even though they're all marked, because I don't care about the value. I'm only interested in saying I have the whole set. I'm after like 13 minutes on this video already. Good Lord. This is why I don't do YouTube videos. A lot of people like their YouTube videos. It's not my cup of tea. I like to watch a lot of them, but I'm not into producing them. I just think it makes more sense to chit-chat a little bit here while I'm doing this waste of time. Even this one, if you take a look at this, where is that? Okay, so if you look at the corner on that one's a little bent. But for the most part, the corners are really, for the most part, the corners are sharp. So you'll get one or two in here that are slightly bent. But again, you're talking about an entire 1984 Topps set for $20. It is not asking a lot. I hope you understand. I hope you agree. I'm not hiding nothing, not tricking you nothing. Everything's as reported. I did buy a set from somebody the other day. Dan Myers, a little miscut. I bought a set of 1988, I believe, Superstar Baseball discs, or 1987. And the guy said they were sealed in the original package. Had the Wade Boggs disc on top, the Wade Boggs panel on top. So when it came, I ripped it open, took a look, because I like to have the whole set. And sure enough, every single panel was a Wade Boggs panel. The guy completely screwed me over because he didn't know what he had. This checklist, Phillies team side, the front looks pretty good, but for some reason the back's a little miscut. It's the same as that Schmidt card I showed you. The Schmidt card has a really nice front, but the back is off-centered for some reason, so it misprinted the factory, so to speak. It's Advanced Laws. Same, a lot of these. I guess there's a lot of this one here where there were the cards miscut on the back, but the front looks really sharp. I don't know why. You got a couple like that, but then again, like I said before, it's not a big deal to replace some of those penny cards. Just isn't a huge deal. If it's really important to you, or in any common bin at your local thing, or shoot, there's websites on eBay, or there's sites on eBay where you can buy singles from any set, you know, 5-6 cents a piece plus shipping. I don't know how important it is for you to have pristine versions of every card. Pirates team checklist is a little off. This guy, is that Mark Hill, is a little miscut there. Yeah, every one of them. The front is always nice and sharp. There's my Schmidt. But again, the back's miscut for some reason. I don't know why. Even Schmidt's like a dollar card. A 1984 Schmidt's a $1 card at your local card shop. There's no value there unless you get it slabbed. Even a 84 slabbed PSA 10 is about 50 bucks. But, you know, we're talking about a singular card out of the bin. This one's got a dinged corner. Saves leaders or whatever. Oh, last stack. Here we go. There's a name, Doug Wozd. I don't even want to try and pronounce that one. That's a name. There's another one miscut, Champ Summers. All these miscut ones, it's interesting. They're just, they're not miscut. The front is perfectly cut perfect. It's just that the back seems to be offset printed somehow. And it might be that whoever, they might have all come from the same pack that this person bought originally when in his youth, and just those groupings from the same pack never got separated. So over the years, it stayed in that collection. It ended up at my doorstep down the road somewhere. So there you go. That is the whole set. Now you've seen it. Let me know what you think.